Fallen.
All right.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, of course, Liquid play the map. It's just mostly about how good NAVI are versus, you know, how much Fallen doesn't have practice on it just yet. So hopefully NAVI look a bit better than they did on Inferno.
Well, let's see, man. Let's see whether Liquid can just hunker down and hang on. Oh, okay. Boomich flies around the corner, straight into the crosshair of elige. Opening kill here for Liquid outside. And so many targets to shoot at elige. He's just picking them apart with damage. Simple gets tapped back. Stewie finds another. And it is a single point of health for Electronic in a 1v4. He's dead. Elige, quick 4K to kick things off on Nuke.
Wow, that's good confidence. He handled business out there. Didn't really have anywhere to fall back. No cover, nothing. Just had to take all the fights and was moving around with a lot of confidence. Good stuff. Nice pistol. And now we'll look for a response. Just thinking we're going to see... I'm looking forward to seeing what NAVI CT side looks like. I think that's specifically where Simple is the best, but I think across the map in general, they're all going to be quite good. Some of this will come down to the calls between Boomich and Blade. I hope to see a lot of tack timeouts. I feel like that's where Blade gets to talk the most and come through with ideas, and hopefully they create a nice balance between some of the ramp hits and outside takes.
Looking for the scout kills. Fallen had some nice scout shots last map. Was pretty impactful with the damage.
Yeah, he just had a great map, right? Like,
yeah, really good.
Yeah, let me go ahead and look at the stats for that one. So he was either like first or second best player, honestly, I feel like.
Yeah, I believe NAF was still a tick ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. That's true, NAF.
But like you said, first or second should be in that second slot. You get them numbers, crunch them.
16 to 12. They did okay. They did okay. Only 1.20 rating, and they basically didn't lose any rounds, so it's definitely a part of the big wins.
Simple met by a smoke grenade. He was looking to put his face through the door. But instead, he has to wait. 40 seconds remain. Door swung open, fires some shots off. Not really anything to talk about this time. NAVI just walking around, doing what they do. As Electronic is the first casualty over towards that ramp. So let's see if they can burst out onto the A site, maybe find Grim unprepared here behind Hut, but he has Stewie to help him. And there it is. Bomb carrier down, but Simple, sure enough, does get two with the Deeg. Fallen double headshot. 3 kills on this round, and he swaps to the FAMAS to close it. So Liquid, good conversion off pistol.
If you guys like reading...
Who does?
I know not a lot of people read anymore, but if you guys don't mind reading subtitles at least, with the visual assistance, like Zeus interviewing multiple people over on his YouTube channel.
You were telling me about this.
He has been doing very, very long form interviews with some of the NAVI players, Electronic and Boomich most recently, and they're like an hour and a half interviews, and you can watch them with subtitles on his YouTube channel. They're really, really interesting, and it's always good to see a player talk in their own language.
Yeah,
because then of course they can be more expressive. You can see the full extent of their vocabulary. Yeah, and so that's a valuable resource I think everyone should check out.
Electronic crosses over to the secret stairs, and elige maybe not so ready for that one. We've got NAVI in their first gun round with an early man advantage. And a route open towards B. See if we see any kind of shift in the defense. What's the protocols? Perfecto and Flamey with the bomb. Maybe going to challenge this ramp room, looking to pincer down onto the B site. NAF, good for the first one and the second, and almost that third kill. Simple 7 HP left over. But Stewie's very quickly hot on his heels, and sure enough, that's the bomb now dropped. So all that success that could have been made by Electronic is now worth nothing. He is with his teammate, of course, and they can both double up from ramp, but you'd think Liquid, they just need to lock down this bomb for the final 40 seconds.
Yeah, coming up through the lower site. Nobody here to help them with a lurk or anything. Not a very fun situation, but there's only 3 CTs left, so of course, you know, you're going to think about trying this. Also winning are low. There was an opportunity for a trade, but it's Fallen to win his duel, and eventually the kill comes back in favor of NAVI. 20 seconds up, fire in front of Electronic. Bomb in his vision. Winnable. 1 and 2 CTs show themselves, but Grim does win his duel.
Yeah, it's a crucial pickup from Grim. Little tap on the shoulder, well deserved to close out that round. First gun round from NAVI falls not flat, because it comes down to the final 1v1.
Look at this.
But it was all on NAV.
Dude, the confidence to play up here is huge. And then they can't trade him. Perfecto really needs to get that refrag. It's just a straight up 50-50. He's out in the open. You can't fall back. I love the confidence, though. You see how the flashes go right by him because they're all designed for the more timid positions you would normally play. The disadvantage, well, you can't fall back. The advantage, you get a head start on the first kill, and you're in an off angle.
It worked out wonderfully. So now we see the 2 rifles here for NAVI. This is, of course, the buy that they can afford. Mac 10 for Perfecto could be used well. He knows his way around the SMG. But Stewie shuts down blamef first and foremost. We get that quick trade from the SMG, but then it also falls and elige locks down Squeaky. This is no exit from NAVI onto the A site despite their best efforts from the utility. And the 2 rifles left, well, maybe that is still enough. It is a 2v4 turn 2v3. But there's definitely room for Simple to work here. He's been given an exit route from Squeaky Door. And Krimz just emptying the utility belt. Simple hunts his head as Liquid, well, they decide to push 2 players through ramp. So they're all looking to lock down into lobby. Grim even conceding the bomb site itself to join his teammates. As we've got NAVI downstairs. You do not want to try and face Simple and Electronic in a post plant. Let's see what comes of this.
Yeah, these are the hammer bros right here. So the bomb will go down, kind of out in the open. They'll push it. 3 players up. Yeah, they're going to get some information. Oh, they're playing kind of timidly, but eventually Simple will find his duel. NAFly goes 1 up, and the CTs spread the site. No duel 1 for Electronics. NAFly grabbing both, continuing on his dominant performance over on Inferno into Nuke with a 4-0 start from Liquid. What are we witnessing?
I don't know, because this is, I mean, you know, it's still too early, man. We can't say this T side's going to fall completely flat. There's been openings already, but the economy's playing against them, and we know how much momentum Liquid would technically have off of that Inferno win, so it's like do or die time now. It's not an elimination game, but I mean, it sure as hell sets the precedent for the rest of the Blast Global Finals. We don't expect NAVI to be sent down to the lower bracket so soon. Kind of being touted as like the 3rd best team at the event. Flashbang at a quick route from Electronic, finds himself to secret, and nobody here to stop him whatsoever. Tons of smokes being used here from NAVI, but it covers their approach very well. Electronic is very much further in front of the rest of the pack.
Where is NAFly at? Okay, he's already comfortable in Xantares in the lower site, behind this, just above control, behind the sight box, sitting, waiting. Now, nobody is close to ramp to rotate lower, so I'm really kind of worried for Liquid here. I think this is already a great round for NAVI, and it just comes down to how telegraphed they are when they start to come out, because right now, it's a perfect time to hit the site, and they can throw their nades out. Ooh, Naf gets spotted. He gets some damage, but... oh, he'll also fall back. Oh, no way he finds a way out. And he's rapid control. He can grab 2. There's a 3rd player on the outside to the right. He doesn't spot him, but he stays alive.
elige, he's going to get that kill versus blamef. Naf back in with a 3rd frag. NAFly, you slippery snake, slides through control, hits them from the back. Dude, that first headshot on the player next to Vent, sickening. And now Perfecto, 1 versus 5. His position's been revealed, and Naf, cool as ice, is just gonna sit here.
How many players are gonna make that play? I mean, most players are gonna sit there and stay with their really comfortable position behind the site, take a duel versus the control players. He's still got an advantage versus the ones who come out the window. No, Naf says, I don't like this. I'm getting out. Simple, you're done first. And then he's going to compromise the most important part of the map at this moment for NAVI as they go to try to kill him, jumping out of the control room window. Simple's tilted. blamef is pissed. That was one hell of a play when they really needed it. Just that was a moment where we see why NAFly is different from other players.
Well,
what sets him apart?
How long will Liquid run this high? 5 rounds straight out the gate. They are officially on fire. And they've got themselves another man advantage as elige gets the better of blamef here inside of smoke. Simple does have a scout to play. Maybe trying to find contact versus Fallen. Oh, my legs! Quick kill from Naf, yet again, same position that he played versus their guns once upon a time. It's even easier versus the pistol players. And a Molotov to just, oh no, meant to keep electronic back. Not a problem for NAFly though. No sweat, no stress, just NAF things. Simple, no scope. But he falls in the end to Grim. 6-0 start for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I like what we're seeing from NAFly, especially, man. Elige was the best player for Liquid from last year by a significant margin, but I feel like if there was going to be a second to get onto the list, it'd be NAFly. I think he was on some people's, and yeah, he's 10-1 right now. He's playing just as sharp as he is smart, and yeah, it looked very, very good on Inferno if you missed it. I like how he's up on the ball. I usually don't like how if a player plays the same spot over and over again, but I feel like that's not a spot where you'd expect to see someone play twice, so I kind of like that.
Elige getting hyper-aggressive as Team Liquid find an opening.
They're not clearing this, are they? Oh,
nope.
No, they're not.
And Fallen, he just sold them on it. Taking that player off the silo, primes Elige. This is 3 kills straight out the gate for Liquid. A 7-0 start unless Simple and Perfecto pull off the 2v5, and it goes from bad to worse. 1v1 after 1v1, the engagements being picked apart by Liquid, kill after kill. And yeah, there's damage there. You can see it. Any of those frags could have been an opening back the way of NAVI. But Simple, had he not lost half his health, could have maybe had more of a chance here. He's going to have to really milk this attempt if he wants to stop Liquid now. This is early momentum.
On record, Fallen has won Nuke 10 times in his career.
Oh, and today could be an 11th if they continue keeping this energy up.
Yeah, and not just that, like this would be their biggest, this would be his biggest win for sure. So that's really cool. I mean, this is an important map for them in the pool, where of course everyone's going to try to take him here because you got to test Fallen. If you play it at all, you know, and you know Fallen doesn't, of course you want to test him here. But I mean, he's had like most of his maps on record, he's had really, really bad ratings. Most of them were negative. Most of them were just lost maps. He's not played it very much at all. So the work he's doing is showing. Okay, we got Blade in the conversation a little bit. He's talking. I wonder what the idea is. I think sometimes, so what I got from the Zeus interview with boomich was that he tried to ask him about their dynamic between him and Blade. And he said Blade will just like put together a call sometimes, like a full round and give them the picture, but he'll also kind of explain what the idea is behind why he wants people to do things so that they know why they're doing their job and not just telling them what to do. And that it works sometimes. And then for the rest of the rounds, boomich is just, you know, throwing out ideas or going off of what other people say as well. So it feels like I kind of like the idea of that, just like one super fresh call off attack pause and then what you would normally get from your primary IGL otherwise.
Oh, with just the pistols, they'll go for the outer cross. Fallen, who is 5-1. Looking for a pickup, but it's boomich to die. Still 0 kills on boomich, 8 rounds deep. And Elige already in position to keep NAVI at bay. They're going to find nothing inside of the lobby, so Team Liquid wasting 0 time in terms of gathering information. They're going to have a very clear picture as to what's up, especially with the wall of smokes telegraphing this play. Everybody should be on high alert. It's just a matter of stopping the individuals. But it's not even like we've seen them get started. Some of these guys sitting on like 0 and 1 kills. Tech 9s and Deagles, good for a single frag from Simple. But that's just it. A single frag from Simple and 8 rounds from Liquid.
Yeah, no, nothing's working out well. Okay, so reference game. We talk about NAVI versus Astralis at last year. Well, like last year, like a month ago, a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
Where they were ending out. Remember, we had the 22-1 CT side comeback from NAVI and from Simple. He had 22-1. He went 22 with AUG on a CT side. After a really, really rough start on the T side of Coleman. We might be able to get that level of performance because he's actually incredibly consistent. Massive performances on the CT side, but not without a safety net of at least, you know, 3-4 rounds here.
Sure.
And it feels like, okay, for a second, it felt like Liquid were not going to give them anything. But now, of course, we got the 5v3.
Yep.
Things are rolling.
Who could stop it? Yeah. Could Stewie pull off a big multi-kill? I mean, he is 10-3 at the moment.
Yeah, he's been very good.
We had Elige get caught as he rounded the corner of Silo. Fallen dies to Boomich through the squeaky door.
Oh.
And Stewie, oh, big play from Stewie. He almost gets caught, but now we are right back into the even 3v3. That double man advantage just dissipates, disappears, disintegrates into an even keel.
So it'd be 2 3v5 losses across the 2 maps. Maniac's got the full stats on that. There was lots of man advantage rounds lost from NAVI in the series already. But here's one where it's like forced, you know, where Liquid make a great play to bring it back. Specifically, Stewie here controlling Squeaky. And now NAVI are just without ideas, sitting, waiting, hoping that Liquid will continue to make a mistake. But they've really already made that heroic play, and I think feel quite comfortable with the idea of now just taking it on with the full-on site holds. They have a rotation coming downstairs. And of course, 3 players, an insufficient number to cover everything. But you've just got to watch the squeaky area, someone lower, someone upper, and then you're usually pretty good. Stewie goes down, Grim on the back of the site. That means Squeaky is kind of open. They could potentially drop. Grim goes out for a peek, and there is no trade in sight. 8 seconds, and they've got to get to the bomb plant zone, but Grim won't let them.
Stops everything. Grim, big 3K from the back of the site. Finally, NAVI have what looked like an opening, and they had to deal with Grim, but that disjointedness, Mohan, between the first kill and Electronics, kind of slower peak from Hut.
Yep.
He was low health, and then that last man was just so far removed from the play. Look at this, Perfecto, sidelined. No trade potential whatsoever. He takes his next duel on his own terms, and then Flamey comes in late with the clock against him.
That's just bad.
9 consecutive rounds for Liquid.
They need to stay way tighter there, right? Like, they had no choice but to take A site or drop together, and they didn't do that. And then once they caught to the A site, they need to make sure that they are just making sure every angle that gets cleared by one player has a guy immediately behind them. They just were not in that position whatsoever. And you're always going to give the advantage to the CT, who is, he's incognito. He's waiting around. The T's the one's running. He's the one who has the advantage on the first fight. Yeah, you can't expect to win the round that way. And 9-0. Wow. Now I just want to see what Train would look like, even though Liquid have no practice on it.
Right? Like you said at the end of Inferno, it's like, this is a great start for Liquid, but it's a matter of, like, who's the next to test them? You know, we just want more sample size, because this is an incredibly curious situation from Liquid. Success this early versus a team like NAVI?
Yeah.
And, you know, Inferno's one thing. Like, I know you've questioned the CT setups of NAVI on that map, and it was still a closer game. Like, but what is this?
Yeah.
Who would have expected going from Inferno to Nuke for things to get more lopsided? And as you said, we've seen stellar CT sides predominantly from Simple. That could turn the tail back the way of NAVI, but they need something. Something in this half. And Elige, just an easy pickup. Electronics given a bit of a chance, but NAFI combines with another kill. Nafly is 12-1, and Boomich will be his 13th kill, as these pistols do not pan out to the favor of NAVI. Og in position, Simple answers with a single kill and a chance at a second, but that gets cut away from him, and we've got double digits on the scoreboard with a goose egg for NAVI.
Not even fun at this point, man. They're just, they don't even have to try. Nafly's just been stellar on ramp. Honestly, super impressive from him. 149 ADR, 14-1.
Is he having fun? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's just who he is. It takes a lot to get him going. He's playing with so much confidence. I mean, he's just always out there in the open, deep off angle. He's punishing your pre-aim every single time. You'll love to see it.
Gun round back in from NAVI. Looked like Boomich wanted a bit of a contest out Squeaky early. Remember the last time they had guns, they caught Elige over by Silo, and Boomich found an opening kill versus Fallen in Mini. Of course, still clawed back from a 3v5 for a round win from Liquid, but at least that was like the most successful opening, the best start in a round for NAVI yet, and they can't find those early kills this time in round 11.
It feels like we're missing a lot more like outside presence, and I think this is something that happens sometimes with NAVI as well. They're throwing some nades here. They tried to go through with a lurk from Electronic last round with just a pistol. That got caught off, but I think a little bit more, because one of the earliest rounds they had some success in was getting Electronic into lower, punishing Secret. And here they're kind of doing the same thing. They've got a lot of damage off on Fallen. They haven't actually pushed into the secret just yet, but they've got significant control now, and they've, you know, caused a disruption in the CT side setup. So we'll see what the adjustment's going to be. Nafly's having some pressure put on him, and he doesn't get to shoot back. Best time to kill Nafly based on what we've seen.
Yep, he gets caught with the grenade in hand, and elige will answer. There's still a player back by Garage, but elige can't get the better of electronic. Man advantage held on to here by Navi, and more importantly, they've got footing down to the B site. We could very well see Navi in their second post plant of this map. Fallen swings the doors wide. He's low HP, so Simple kills him. Grim and Stewie on for the 2v4, or Navi have finally done it. They have finally put a round to the damn scoreboard. 10-1. The fire is extinguished for Liquid, but it is still a very hot seat that Navi find themselves in.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, they get the outside control. They get the kill. Electronic has had not a great series. Had a really, really great year, 2020. Someone who was talking about this with Maniac kind of went out on the radar for me. I didn't exactly realize how good he was, but was very consistent throughout. Had a lot of great events, everything. But this series definitely was lacking in a big way. Over on the pit setups on A was a huge reason why they were losing rounds there. And this map's not been doing quite that well either. But I think at this point, everyone's been doing pretty badly on Navi so far. You pointed out even Simple scoreline in the first few rounds. There he has one good one. What? 2 players with 1 kill? Is it that bad?
It's that bad.
Wow.
2 ops though. 1 round loss, and Team Liquid come at it with a different look. We've got Fallen downstairs already working towards secret, and Nafly taking a deeper angle with this op. That's cool that Naf changes up, right? He gets caught with a flashbang, sees that 3 players were coming at him quick, and now he looks to just topple them as they try to set up towards ramp, if they try to set up towards ramp this round.
The second time they've killed him, it's like the only time they've killed him holding ramp is when they've done it when he hasn't had his gun out.
This is cool. Fallen's also posted on a deeper angle in secret stairs. So they're very much just kind of hoping Navi walk into these scopes.
I still like this better from Navi. They got the fast control outside. They're finally punishing this a little bit better and taking control here. It opens up their options. Now, they still have this syndrome of taking too long for no reason without getting map control. So we'll see if they get punished for anything. But they keep wanting to fight onto ramp, and now they've got a bigger threat with Nafly opping. So we'll see how that goes. But look, Stewie's already in the hut as well.
Naf's just got to stay patient. Helps that elige picks up that opening kill. Fallen, he comes off of his angle, and elige, he's got a second. Naf's going to drop the shot. A little challenge that he can't quite handle. 2 rounds now. They've found success on ramp. They've gotten the better of Naf, and they've gotten themselves down to that B bomb site. Bomb drop momentarily, and maybe Flamey can find a kill here on A. That would definitely help stop the rotates, but he's tagged up to 37. And the frag grenade, negligible. 10 seconds left on the clock. Stewie, he's going to get the back of Flamey through the wall. Fallen swings the double doors wide, knows the bomb's on site, but these ops have betrayed Team Liquid. Nobody with those snipers picking up kills leaves Stewie in a clutch. It's Simple and Perfecto on the other side. Stewie swaps over to that AWP, and of course, Simple bests it.
Okay. Well, we got to chalk that up to some whiff shots a little bit.
Big time.
Nafly missed a very easy one. So does Fallen. So, yeah, a little bit unlucky in that perspective. But there was a point in that round where Flamey's inside Squeaky. Even though it's 3-4, it looks pretty decent for Navi. They got lower control. They're getting the bomb down at that point, and Flamey ends up getting the kill versus Mini, and then eventually gets traded as well. But it was actually not super bad. And they also got that fast outside control as well. So something's working out well for Navi, even though they were gifted a couple of those kills. And now they maybe are feeling a little bit better. So let's see if they can keep the momentum going and try to compromise the CT setup once again, because this could potentially earn them the save. This is when Liquid are down to their last few $100s.
Getting this one could actually give Navi a recovery from 10-0 to 10-5.
We would forget how insanely well Liquid have been playing and how badly Navi have been playing.
Boomich completely blind, still finds Stewie back behind those vents. Elige one and done. It's Grim's chance yet again here on the A-hold. Fallen's trying to spam through smoke, but Perfecto gets the better of Grim, and we have Navi with an A site under wraps. So sure enough, as you said, everything invested here from Liquid on the line. And it's for that reason I think they transition into the save.
Yeah.
They have to concede a third consecutive win for NAVI.
Yeah, it's just too much. They got too much riding on this. They got to take this op into the next round. The rifle as well. They won't be able to buy it. They could win with these guns. Okay, so yeah, we just instantly we're just cleansed of the memories, right? That NAVI have been really struggling super heavily this half. It's still only 10-3, but we got potential, easy potential for 10-4 and maybe 10-5 with their newfound confidence. And yeah, finally dug themselves out of a very deep grave.
What?
Oh. That was off, actually.
Oops.
Ooh.
Well, listen, he
hasn't played this map very many times.
Yeah. Wait, the bomb blows up through the floor?
Yeah. I actually just didn't even think about that, but yeah. It's like 20 maps on record, so I think genuinely, like your average matchmaker's probably played Nuke more times than Fallen.
Well, you're never
like,
too old to learn something new.
That's why I hate this map. That's what he said.
Yeah. Zeus on Stewie, M4 for NAF. That's all they've got in this one. NAVI with a hell of a recovery mission, but, you know, 4 or 5 rounds on the T side of Nuke, you're fine. It's doable. We've seen them pull this off. We'll see. It's a matter of whether they can get the better of NAF without losing too many players. You'd hate to see NAVI slip up in a round like this when they're starting to finally figure things out. Elige posted up with the Desert Eagle. We've had NAF opping on this angle, and he didn't get anything for it. Maybe the hand cannon pans out.
I just want to say panned hand in so much.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Fight the urge. Resist. Down goes NAF. That's the biggest threat that Liquid could offer NAVI in the round. boomich and Fallen. Sharing the same box. And Fallen punches boomich out, only to die to Simple as he peeks. Flamey finds Stewie on the rooftops, and it's labored, but he gets there. 8 HP to spare. 25 seconds on the clock for NAVI. They'll get that bomb planted down on B. Grim, he's gonna get caught. Yep, sure enough, Flamey getting the better of the angle, but nice 1D from elige. He can save that AK if he walks away with it.
I like it, taking it to lower quickly again. See where this is such a good space now for like a last round. Let's see where NAVI take it. If they try to employ some of the same stuff, outside control into a lower hit, if their default goes that way, how the ops will look, if NAFI is going to be opping again. A lot of things will be answered in this final round, and it'll also show us, you know, do we get that very kind of confident score line of 11-4, or the shakier one of 10-5 with an option for NAVI to really bring it back on TT side. NAVI want a third map. Liquid don't want a third map. They have such a good spot here, but I'm sure they are going to be thinking about the fact that they have like given up big leads a lot in these last few months. This is going to be kind of a statement game for them, and they've struggled particularly on T sides, especially when trying to close games out.
NAF's just getting slowly more aggressive towards the ramp. Simple, he picks up the opening kill. Oh no, Simple,
he's
burning.
Dead.
What?
He was just scoped up and just walked in the middle of that molly, thinking it was behind him, but just walking deeper into it on the front. Well, that could be a key frag.
That's awkward. This could be, I mean, that's a key frag because this is a key round. A 5 versus 4. Oh, turned into a 2v4. Not the way NAVI wanted to finish off this half. They had 10 rounds consecutive fall flat. They were bringing it back, and now they may have just tripped up on the final hurdle of their T side. An awkward position to be in. Team Liquid happy to grab what they can. Elige looking for Perfecto outside here. They've both thrown grenades, so they know that they're on the cusp of one another. 35 seconds left in the T side from NAVI. They have left themselves enough wiggle room to claw back this second map. as Team Liquid stare a 2-0 potentially in the face, but a big pickup versus elige as boomich slips down into the B bomb site. This round is very much alive. And Perfecto, well, he's found yet another. Fallen, taken out of the vents. NAF tagging up the players here on site. They're both in the open. Strong trade frag. It's all on Grim. Perfecto looking for his third kill of the round. Grim, 5 HP. And he sees the feet of Perfecto, so he goes ahead and moves inwards. Perfecto looking to extend, closes this one with a very critical 3K. Well done by Perfecto to end this half with a multi-kill when NAVI need it. 5 rounds in a row. They finish the half on fire. Come back for second pistol. For the first 10 rounds, we were looking at a total blowout in the favor of Team Liquid in what would have been a shocking 2-0, but simple. The guy we expected to come alive on a CT side if they only had a few rounds started his show early. He finished that first half 16-11, and now he takes to the side of NUKE that we know he can perform on. So I do not think that Liquid or ourselves believe that this one's over.
No, definitely not. Yeah, it's great to see that Simple carved out a CT side, and that even allowed his teammates to get more kills. And he got a critical round that allowed them to buy, and then the following round, things opened up, and they got a little bit lucky with a couple of op shots that got missed. That turned the tides completely. It would have destroyed their economy if they lost that round, and then, you know, who knows where the story goes from there. Would just be a stomp from Liquid, but now it's different. We know how strong, and again, Simple is the best CT side player on NUKE in the world by a huge statistical margin. So this is where he can really shine. Already 16 kills. It would be his show to bring this back and make a statement. And this lead from Liquid could diminish. Starts right here with the pistol, of course.
Well, Simple's the first man to die on the CT side. We've got terrorists flooding beneath boomich. Perfecto will hold the line for the time being. Frag grenade somewhat decent, but elige has got another kill, and flamey's got the one and done. So man advantage here for Liquid with an open B bomb site. You know, if they're going to have their hands full with the CT side, then a pistol round win and the consequent conversions would be so critical for Liquid to rob away. Electronic contests the bomb plant, but he can't extend a second time. A retake in the 3v2.
Even a plant is enough, yeah. But they're looking to also win the full-on pistol. Elige hits 20 with that kill. Perfecto 1v3 and limited ammo on the CZ. Bomb halfway ticked. Odds are low. And it doesn't look like he's got any way into this round. They're going to make some mistakes, peek, but it doesn't matter. He can punish. 11-5 for Team Liquid. 2
asterisks in those 5 rounds that Navi pick up. The missed shots from Liquid on that op round, absolutely crucial. And then, of course, remember, Perfecto closed with 3 kills as they brought back that final 15th round. So those are like those 2 moments that Navi really kind of slipped through the cracks of Team Liquid.
Like Perfecto got a 3K, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in the 15th round.
Okay.
And the clutch to take it away. You know, if not, they're looking at 3 rounds or 4 rounds best. If this map truly goes the distance, then that's the ones we have to remember from the first half. But there is still, of course, the chance of a force buy win. It's hard cleared by Stewie.
How many times do you see someone like clear that, but then just give up after a certain point?
Yeah, go 80% of the way.
Yeah.
Simple getting the better of elige and then tagging Grim as well. Oh, and then falling through the wall. Huge damage from Simple on the scout.
That's why I don't play this map, guys. That's what he said.
Yeah, he's dying through the floor to bombs. Tagged by scouts through walls. He's got to ask his teammates, is there anything else I should know? Just wait until he accidentally goes to the wrong bomb site in the middle of a retake.
That's going to happen.
That's the full nuke experience.
Well, I think Navi have better odds, you know, at this point. They're such low HP for Liquid, even though they've got good guns. More than likely someone dies and you'll have to refrag, and that refrag potential is not very high. So, and Navi are already rotated into the right spot. So let's see if blamef can get this first kill. He does lock that up.
Big pickup. Throws the Molotov down. Naf, he's got full HP, takes a little bit of damage, gets caught by flamey, and that's all their chances up in flames. Unless Fallen and Stewie, with such little HP, can manage in the final 20 seconds. But they're going to try to go back to the A site, and Perfecto locks them into the vents. Stewie can try and take the chance, but that's also going to go the same way. Navi force buy round win here in the 17th.
Nice. Yeah, that's it. That's all that they really needed to just start this half as soon as possible. Sucks to lose the pistol round and to give up the plant, but to steal it right back is all fine. And I think you're going to cause enough doubt here in Team Liquid, who have now lost 6 out of 7 of the last rounds, to, you know, really get them when they're scared. So what is going to be the buyback and response? They spent to 0. They get a Tech 9, Mac 10, Deagle, and some utility. So it kind of feels like they've got the same chances as Navi do, except they don't have the added benefit of being on CT side and sitting on comfy angles and picking the correct site.
Stewie's going to lead the charge. Perfecto just playing up in the rafters. blamef doubling back with that MP9, but it is Navi across the kill feed. Made easy by Perfecto on that AK. Naf only working with the Glock, dies out to flamey's flank, and that is a Navi sitting on 7.
That's it. You know, they just feel...
That's like the game's over?
They just feel, you know, they just feel 100% confident now.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, they just are like... And now it just feels like it's 50-50. Whereas coming out of the half, it's like, ooh, who knows? Like, those last few rounds of the half, ooh, you know, Navi just assuming you're going to lose. But now it's, you know, it's total reset. Tabula rasa. They can chill now. They can clean up on this round, make some money, get the confidence back, start to talk about their plans. And now we'll get to see, you know, Simple full strength. And we can see if he can put together a really strong map, and it'll really test Fallen. It'll really test Stewie. To put together and execute the right game plans.
Nice nade. Ooh. You know what, Fallen? I respect your confidence, man. Glock versus Simple Scout. I don't think the odds are in his favor, but he tries it. And sure enough, Navi converting a round they absolutely were always going to. A 3-round lead is now all that Liquid have left over.
I'm going to take a look at when, let's see, Flamey's last nuke matches since Bit has come into the team, because I think they've been pretty successful with him, even though I think his form has definitely dropped off over the past couple of years. Let's see. Looking at Nuke, they've got some big wins. Actually, a 4-map win streak. Furia, Liquid, and Astralis. And an OT loss before that to Vitality, and another win versus Astralis. So, yeah, overall, Navi have been rock solid on this map with Flamey. Whoa, it's almost 10 maps in a row. 1 OT loss to Vitality.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Vitality. Ooh, we're gonna regret that jump. Simple clips his wings, and we've got Navi into the 5v3. Liquid starting to freeze over. Navi walking across the bodies. Molly goes deep, and Liquid go down. Obviously, Navi already in position. Flamey's the front runner, and he's successful in chopping down Grim, but there is still CTs here to challenge. 2 of them over by the double doors. Nav's gonna get inside the control room, and that does help alleviate a little bit of the setup. Simple now scoped in, dies. Nav fly.
Damn, dude. I think he actually pre-fired that, too.
He's got 3 kills.
Electronics making some noise, but he'll get refragged, and there's a second player. This is all on Fallen. Oh, and he gets the info. He can go upstairs if he wants to. It's a long way back for Perfecto. He can make his way to Heaven. Fallen can plant front sight. He can get into HUD if he'd like to. He can play underneath Heaven. Let's see what he reads. And the peek comes out. Perfecto wins the duel. Fallen does not expect that rotation. And, yeah, guess it'll take some adjusting. Get used to Nuke. But he wasn't guaranteed the round in the 1v1.
Yep.
But he probably had slightly higher odds than Perfecto there.
Yeah, he plants front sight. He can either commit the bomb or come off and still have a moment to get the aim up. The fact that Perfecto wasted no time.
Yeah. He doesn't even know what to grab. He's so frustrated. Chairhead.
Yeah, unlucky.
Okay.
That's one of those rounds that we're going to have to keep close by. Remember, they had a chance despite going down into the 3 versus 5.
Like, Perfecto got there fast enough that even if Fallen planted front sight, it would have still been a pretty hard duel because he was lower.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just a really fast and good, confident rotation. Situation there where Fallen shows himself and then Perfecto immediately starts running, not just walking back.
Runs.
Yeah, he doesn't assume it's going to be a fake. He just commits very, very hard to that rotation. So, a very nicely played round from Perfecto. I think this is definitely a highlight map for Perfecto, and it really feeds into his really outstanding clutch statistics from the beginning of this year.
Notches one into the belt there in round 20. 2-round lead, all that Liquid still have. So that dominant 10-0 start into a dormant follow-up.
Smoke got interrupted.
Yikes.
The Molotov, so it looks like they won't be able to cross easily. Player in secret, Simple here to spot the cross as well. Babysitting this with 2.
And they're met by smoke as Flamey stops the ramp aggression. Simple knows that they can double back here because Electronic calls the fact that they haven't pushed through his smoke. And another op shot connects here for Navi.
They should be happy to go into the op, though. You know, only $100 a kill. This is really Simple not really wanting to get these. And obviously, he's not even favored versus all of these different pistols. But they cannot get the kill.
Oh, Perfecto, taking away some money. Yeah, talking about that $100 reward. Watch him get 15. But no, sir. 3 kills for Simple there versus the Pistols of Liquid. They have a 1-round lead at this point, and Navi have all the momentum in the world. They are officially on fire. They lost that second pistol, only to then bounce back with the force buy. There has not been even a bomb plant in the last 5 rounds.
Was there not, the pistol round wasn't a bomb plant?
Sorry, in the last 5 rounds. We're 6 rounds.
Oh, gotcha. Attack pause called here for Team Liquid. That's 204. And I think for them on this T side, I think they have the ideas. I think it's partly going to be Fallen's comfortability, number 1, opping with the angles. how much he's been practicing with them scrimming. These are questions we don't know about exactly. We don't know what their confidence level is like on Nuke. I'm sure they've impressed themselves already with the first half, but here on the T side, it's just going to be like on Inferno. What was so good about their Inferno was just that their executions were just as good as their plans. Like, did a good job of picking what sites to go to, but then the refrags, like how they were entering the flashes, everything looks so good. So it depends if they want to go with something as methodical as that, or if they just want to try to go out for a default and punish these different positions. But
damn,
Simple's winning in the default so far, and Electronic goes unnoticed, pushed up under silo.
Krimz gonna clear that one back. Simple almost falling as well here. Gotta be cautious with that op swinging round. Simple, big reposition.
I think we got to see that Simple shot again. That first one.
Yeah, was Elige jumping?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, nasty stuff, but Simple's gonna get himself. Oh! That is something special. Joey, you know what to do. You know what to do.
26 and 13.
Fallen sees the barrel of a gun, so that's a quick, crisp headshot in response. Perfecto could peek the window and die, but instead Fallen is taken aback. And NAVI have taken this back. 11 rounds each, as this CT side looks stellar.
Bro,
and let's all...
You need a whole protractor to be able to figure out how many degrees this flick was.
Here it comes.
Through the wall. That was some JW off-screen.
One more time, one more time.
Barely a scope flick shot. Like,
what? Crack of the whip.
Sickness. Disgusting. And he, you know, it was a random shot. He saw him too. That's good stuff. Tied up off of that. And off of his overall dominance in that round. But once again, punishing the default, the opening kill, 2 kills to follow up, outside control, you know, taking control of by him. And he's like one of the only oppers who's going to start opping outside in hell and then end up inside mini.
Perfecto gonna get overwhelmed here. Oh, quick A burst. Looking for the angle. Simple will find a kill, but it's just been one and dones until he showed up. Gets that man advantage. Electronic just saw the player out from Squeaky, so easy pickups here. Good recovery coming out of NAVI. That element of surprise and a headshot the other direction. Fallen, we saw you in an attempt at the clutch. Let's see if he gets himself the victory this time around. He does have an exit route.
Yeah, he could try to drop vent if you want to, but he, of course, knowing that Flamey's alive could mean that that's someone at ramp. And this is an interesting reroute, actually. So we've got... He's encouraged the rotation downstairs because everyone drops vent when they're in front of Squeaky. And now he's going heaven. And they're going to have no idea that he's up here. I mean, this is very atypical to play after being spotted where he was. So...
being watched.
Let's see if he actually wins. Yeah, it's not the perfect angle to hold from there. Drop down, plant the bomb, and he'll have another attempt at it. 1v1 low HP on the A side. This time versus Sasha the Smasha.
And Simple swaps to the USP. He knows a single shot's going to get the job done. Walking into the angle, Fallen crouched. No way! He's gonna get the better of him. 3 kills from Fallen. An excellent 1v3 when Liquid absolutely need one. That was 6 consecutive round wins with no bomb plant for NAVI until they pull this out. And at first, it looks like the explode onto the A site could have done it all. Simple tries to stop him. And Fallen, this duel.
That's so well done, man.
4 HP to spare, doesn't fall to his death, and just slips away that Deeg shot.
I've never seen someone use that specific angle. Just so tight, and you're just holding on to it. But it works out well. That's some good stuff.
That's
a revenge clutch.
Energizing round win here for Liquid. You could see them. They needed it. So many have slipped by.
And that was kind of everyone failing around Simple, while Simple was doing a lot. But, yeah, that's sometimes the name of the game, unfortunately, for NAVI. But seriously, he could still carry the rest of this half. He could actually carry like NAVI
for sure
by himself on this map. If there's any half that he could do it, and it's this.
He's got 28 kills.
Yeah.
Still 7 rounds to play as well. 30 kills looking likely, 40 maybe on the menu, if we're all lucky.
Ramp's open. Liquid wanna maybe, oh sorry. Flame is just, it looks like he's lower because he's just deep down there, but he's got a kind of passive angle, and Simple holding the cross as well. He'll get his first shot. Flamey can now kind of activate. Fallen looking for the refrag, but Simple will win it. He's just better on the angle.
Yep.
And now he can turn away, turn back, and look for another almost wallbang in to the person who wants to refrag him. He says, fight me.
Come get some. 3v5 situation. Now, the thing was, Outer was opened because of Simple's position this round, and elige is kind of slipping around the credit card, but of course Simple's going to find him. Simple, 3 crucial op kills to deny Liquid any chance at following up with Fallen's clutch. We are right back into the tied game. And that is officially 30-1 for Simple.
When you look at the game from everyone else's perspective, Simple is the kind of player who looks like he's teleporting around with the way that he rotates. Like, the fact that he just got these 2 kills turnpike, and then elige dies right here from outside on the box on this angle, he must be so confused as to like how Simple could be that deep, that far out in such a weird spot. But yeah, that's just the magic of him. That's why he's able to carry so much. He's not shy about rotating around. This guy is 31-14 to keep this game tied with Liquid. But we are seeing Liquid play better, at least a little bit better. We're not going to write this one off too soon. But of course the confidence is there. It's back for NAVI.
Yeah, they've gotten 2 of the 5 T rounds they need to get at least into overtime.
I'm going to go ahead and show, explain how good Simple stats are on this map on CG side.
Go digging, my friend. As Team Liquid look to excavate the secret stairs, Simple's just shooting shots through smoke. And of course, he gets 2 of them. Boomich actually takes a dink and dives back. He'll stay alive for the time being, knows they're chasing him down, so the frag grenade's good to shave half of the health off Grim. And Fallen, well, we've seen him on these kinds of pistol rounds make magic happen. Can he somehow do this again? The Undertaker is near. We've got Grim now caught by electronic. Fallen's going to come over here to try and get the trade kill with the Desert Eagle, down to 5 bullets in the magazine and 2 CTs to aggress him. It is a successful retake, and NAVI have a lead.
In 2020, 23 maps versus top 10 opponents, 1.28 rating on this map overall for Simple. Can you guess what that rating is versus top 5 opponents only?
I can't.
1.39.
My God.
Average in the year. We're looking at insane stats, and it's just a stat that's consistent with the scoreline he has right now. And again, we look at the streak for NAVI's NUKE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 OT loss to Vitality, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins, and 1 OT loss in their last 11 matches.
Back in with the gun rounds. Let's see if Liquid can pull a NAVI and string some rounds together at the end of the half. Problem being is, like, they need to find a solution to Simple. And that's complicated because he's everywhere lately. Over towards the ramp, back outside. Like you said, he almost teleports around at any given moment. Zywoo grips the ledge. Frag grenade at the feet, though. Boomich is going to try spraying through this. Simple will find the opening kill. 5v4 here for NAVI yet again, and a great spray from Flamey. Never sees a soul, takes 2 kills, and it leaves NAF in a 1 versus 5. He's already down to half health, so this one is over. And NAVI slowly but surely racking up those rounds as they are now 2 away from a win on NUKE.
That was a beautiful play from Flamey. It's just all about, that's similar to a play of playing on Cat, holding B on Mirage, and then when they jump out of the halls, spraying down the cross on the site because you know they're going to cross to clear out empty pillar, even if it's through a smoke. This is Flamey recognizing a timing as soon as that smoke comes down. Here's where they're going to be. Yes, he's very fortunate to get 1, even 2, but he knows where he's aiming. He knows relatively the right time to do it. I don't think it's a coincidence that he puts together those couple of kills. I think Liquid need to do a better job, though, of smoking this cross properly, because it's not as if Simple is playing in secret or front red and killing them. He's playing back outside, and he's still getting those kills on open lines. That should be step one, okay, for your T side to come out to try to deny some of those open lines. And I don't know, do they want to duel him? Because he's already shown that he's out off Simple, or out off Fallen on this map. He's obviously much better than Fallen on this map. But, you know, if you're not going to out op him, just try to use your utility to not have to fight him. Take it into the mid to late round, but don't lose the default in that way. I do like the outside stuff. I mean, they can get away with it. We can see, you know, on the mini-map right now, it's Electronic who's back here waiting for the mini-wrap. No one in secret at the moment. It's not a bad idea to go outside, but you can't just be getting offed.
Time is running out here for Liquid. Minimal rounds left over. They have not won a gun round yet in this half. And other than the pistol, remember that it took Fallen with the 1v3 to get them their second round of this offense. But an opening kill from Grim gets the better of timing, and it's on Simple. So this is a big pickup, not only because of a man advantage, but of who he's taken down. A second even. Boomich over towards Decon. He sees 3 Ts and shaves off the first one, even getting a bit of damage onto NAV. But they take over vent control, and they come up onto the A site, where Electronic gets the one and done. NAV sits inside of the vents, and he gets the better of Boomich, pushing Flamey into the clutch.
Oh, well, unfortunately for Navi, Simple cannot die first, and that was Grim with a couple of beastly entries into upstairs, one through Squeaky and the guy on the back of the site as well. Honestly, this was kind of sketchy. It looked like they could have lost at a couple of different moments, even after getting those 2 confident entries, but they clean it up at the end. It's 13-14. They'll take it all day. I think the guy outside that we aren't seeing, who is disrupting the smokes, is Electronic. He's throwing this molly in a different way and a different timing every single round to try to make sure that the outside cross is open. Maybe that's what's been activating Simple the most. I'm not exactly sure. But this round, Liquid do get away with proper smokes on the cross. They get to secret control, and they actually use it as this kind of fast in-between timing fake where Grim just activates out of Squeaky. I honestly haven't seen them do that before. So they'll call attack timeout to see how they can follow up. I would call that one a messy round win, but victory nonetheless. And because it's so close, I mean, here's where just, if you have any gimmicks, any gimmicks, this is where you don't want to be shy about them. Just go ahead and throw caution to the wind. Does everybody have a gun? Hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Maybe 1 Deeg for Fallen. I see an AK on the ground at least.
I mean, they won the round.
Yeah. Fallen's just going to be relegated to the Deagle. Nav keeps his $2,000. Remember, last round was also kind of predicated on Simple missing a shot as Grim came out from Squeaky. That 1 bullet could have made a world of difference.
For sure.
So we'll see if it happens twice.
Definitely still higher odds for, Navi with the win. How good they've been on CT side and how solid Simple looks. 34 kills for him.
They welcome this hut play.
See, this is Simple. He's got this battle of like how he knows they're trying to avoid him. How can he have impact?
Where should he go? What should he do? He walks away for a moment, but then comes right back as they commit into the A site. Simple toying with the corner, but it is still successful kills here for Team Liquid. 5v3, and this shifts the feet of Navi into the save.
No money.
You just said it. It's like this internal battle for Simple. Where do I go and when do I do it? Had he just remained in heaven, then maybe he gets that deep kill into hut. Instead, he checks out doors, but only for a moment. He walked away for like 2 seconds.
We don't know if they threw any kind of nades outside and if that's why he moved. But yes, that's exactly it. And obviously, ridiculous entries on the 2 other riflers as well. If either of them stayed alive, Simple could have taken another peek from heaven and maybe had impact on that retake. But then there was just no chance with no kills between Boomich and Perfecto. That's solid for Team Liquid. Very scary. And this means that now, Fallen's got an op in his hands. They'll have their full utility. Same thing for Navi. And it is coming down to the wire. Round 29. What is going to happen now? Nobody knows. I couldn't even tell you what Liquid strat's going to be. I'm not sure what they're going to try to do. I really feel like upper is one of their safest safest options. Like, if I was calling this round, I mean, I would probably try my outside default again, look for the outside cross smokes again, try to get secret control again, find out where Simple is. At least, you know, that ephemeral knowledge will only be valuable for a couple of seconds, but then either hit downstairs quickly with a ramp split, or of course potentially ramp mini. I think the things I would avoid are wrapping into hell to hit upstairs. Probably would avoid another upper exec like we just saw, just because it's just such narrow margins that it rests on, and you got to assume that Navi are going to be a bit more prepared for that this time. But yeah, I mean, I feel like nothing feels that safe. I don't feel like they have any huge, easy potential options that are just guaranteed. That being said, with the upper hits, you know, blamef 9-24, not a great half so far. Maybe they want to try that again. Okay, come with the full first tier execute. They feed into the fear of Navi that it is going to happen again. Try to bait out some grenades if possible. Don't use too much utility, but make it seem like there is a lot. Electronic gets dinked inside the mini. They won't have confirmation on this, I think, but this is such important damage. Where is Simple in this round?
Currently still floating around heaven.
He's still up in heaven. Okay, yeah.
Going over towards ramp, kind of swapping spots with Flamey.
Yeah.
And this could be the right call. With these guys inside of lobby, I could see a ramp play coming out, but we'll see. There's still plenty of time to decide.
They're just going to do this. They're just going to go for it again. They're going to go for it again. Simple committed here with...
What's the difference? Perfecto, he's playing up in the rafters. There is no heaven player. Flamey could run up at a moment's notice, but the op is not a part of this bomb site. blamef trying to get on this side of the smoke. Simple, he will get that kill.
Ramp.
Yeah, they go towards ramp, and it costs him the first body. 45 seconds. Molly spreading to the feet of Simple. He dies in the fire again. That's what they need. Team Liquid on the cusp of finding 15. They can exit down to the B bomb site, but don't think for a moment that this round is yet over. blamef is inside of the vents. Electronic has the cross from control, and they walk right into it. But Grim, he picks up a critical kill. And Team Liquid, with low HP on 3 of their 4 players, have just secured a 15th round if Navi don't commit to the retake. Yeah. And look at them walk away, Launders. Liquid could actually close this.
Damn, they actually waited just long enough, not testing Simple, not giving that extra kill, trusting the Molotov to let it do its work, and I guess Simple didn't have the nades to deal with it, or just thought he was outside of its range and felt like he could just take a duel in just a few seconds, but the Molotov was just perfect. I mean, what can you say? As if he had a second there to breathe and perfect line of sight, he hits the shot, and he'll probably hit another one. But the utility makes the difference here for Team Liquid, so that's a very good sign for them. Another situation where, you know, Simple's correct about where they're going, and that's definitely what he's best at on this map. I even thought, from my perspective, it looked like they were going to try to hit upper again, but that fake does not work versus him. But they still neutralize him and only leave him with 1 kill. And here it is. They test other things all the while.
Damn, Flamey not able to deliver either. Look at this Molly spread. Look how late that spread is.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the corner, too. But yeah, just a good Molly, basically.
That's a crawler, if I've ever seen one. All right, here it is, round 30. Navi facing overtime or defeat on their map pick at the hands of a fresh-faced Team Liquid. Quick drop down into the mini, costs Stewie his life. Good trade from elige. He predicts the peak, but Electronic gets the better of him. Inside of the A site, Perfecto trying to find the timing. Fallen, Naf back at it, 2v2, and Electronic's now down. It falls onto Flamey. Team Liquid, in their debut match, have gotten the better of Navi.
Off your feet, you've got Liquid celebrating a huge victory. First match with Fallen. They take the win on NUKE of all maps, and that's after Navi showed that they could stand up against that 5-10 scoreline, came out super strong. Simple was at full strength. Not everybody else was on the same